What's up, guys? Happy Sunday. It is another cold and wet kind of cruddy day out, so no vert today, no time to hit the skate parks. I'm just going to get a driveway session in. We had a request about learning how to push and throw down your board. My driveway is pretty rough, so the question was how do I get enough speed to hit these quarter pipes? So here's a couple of things to practice. Maybe start in the grass. Step to the side of your board, put your lead foot on first, and see if you can just balance on your lead foot, stepping up just like that. All right? So super simple. I'm on the side of my board, my lead foot goes right over my bolts, and I'm going to see if I can keep my knee bent and keep really good balance on one foot, just like this. Okay? Then you can kind of shadow push a couple of times. This is a good warm-up. I'm feeling it in my leg, right? Just testing the balance. If you can't really do that, you can't really hold a good stance, then you're not going to be able to push really well. So side of the board, lead foot goes on. I'm going to step up, keep my balance, and then it's just like running, right? My back leg comes forward, my lead arm counteracts that, and as I push, my rear arm comes forward, just like running, right? My arms kind of counterbalance my legs. Stepping on, I just have a crack right here that I'm stepping on so my board stays still. You can do it in the grass if you're a beginner and you're worried about sliding out and you just want to get this motion of being able to push. Keeping your balance on your lead foot, lifting your back leg up and pushing. And just seeing if we can do this motion with good balance and control. Just like that, a few times. Do that 10 times. Really get this coordinated motion here where my arms and legs and my body and everything is kind of working together. You can practice switch too. I mean, there's no reason not to. Stepping off to the side of your board, lead foot goes on, and let's just see if I can balance on my switch foot. Rear leg comes up, lead hand goes up, just like I'm in a sprinting stance, like I'm gonna take off running. And then my rear arm counteracts that. So this is how I would practice pushing switch. Really good drill. I feel I feel like I'm activating my quad a lot right now to stay balanced and to stay stable over that front axle. 1, 2, do this 10 times, 20 times, just stationary. See if you can get this motion of pushing, just like that. When you're ready, you can step on your board and go to a stance. So then, of course, naturally, the next step would be to actually, push back and forth in your driveway. 1, 2, 3. I'm just practicing the balance and the motion of that. Standing on the side of my board, my lead foot goes over the front bolts. I'm going to push, counteract, push, and just get this motion. And that's how you're going to be able to generate a lot of power with your pushes, is by first developing your balance and your stance on your board and kind of being able to balance on this one leg. So now I'm going to practice switch a couple times. See this? 2, 3, right? On the side of my board, lead foot goes over the front bolts. I'm going to push and my rear hand is going to go forward and then counteract, counterbalance. So, what I don't want is just kind of like all my weight's on this foot and I'm kind of pushing like that. I need to develop the ability to balance on one foot, just like that. My back hand is going to go forward as I push off of my back foot. 1, 2. That's the pushing motion right there. Okay. 1, 2. See, switch. I'm much more off balance. So push, push. I'm even slowing it down on purpose just to really develop that good balance over my front foot. Okay. Next, to be able to throw down your board and run up and throw down your board for a lot of speed. First, let's just see if we can jump on our board now. So once again, maybe you come to the grass. Maybe you're in the grass. I'm on the side of my board. I'm just going to step with my rear foot and then jump onto my board. Rear foot goes first, and then jump off your rear foot into your stance, into your skating stance, knees bent. Okay, I'm kind of back here. I'm on the toe side of my board. Step, jump. Try that switch. I'm on the toe side of my board if I'm goofy footed. Rear foot steps, and then I'm going to jump and land in my stance. Naturally, you could take it to the concrete and just practice like rear foot steps, and we jump and land on our board, just like that. I'm here on the toe side of my board, and I'm just going to practice like 1, 2. See, I'm here. I'm going to practice just kind of running up to my board. 1, 2. You can get your arms involved. That kind of feels natural athletically. If I'm goofy footed, now I'm going switch. Back foot steps first, back foot. I'm jumping off of my back foot and landing with my front foot first. So if I'm here, I'm going to go like 1, 2. So that's what's next, right? Now to throw our board down, just like that. Once again, start in the grass. Step with your back foot, just like what we did to jump on our board. I'm holding the nose, dropping my board down, and stepping on it. So it's very similar to this drill where we ran and jumped on our board. But now I'm just going to step with my back foot, kind of touch my tail to the ground, drop my board gently, and jump my front foot on it into my stance. Back foot steps, drop, land on our board. See if I can do it switch. Back foot steps, drop our board, and jump onto the front bolts with our front foot. Take it to the concrete, nice and slow. Back foot steps, drop. And that's the basics of throwing down your board. Now switch, back foot steps, drop. And you'll develop that feel and timing of like tail goes down, drop your board and step on it, you know? I don't want to like drop my board. My front foot kind of follows my board down. Here, here, like that. Try it, switch. My back foot steps, tail, drop, jump on. So you kind of see how we're building here. First, you need to be able to balance on your lead leg and push and be okay in these types of positions on your board. If you can't like hold this balance and push, if you're feeling like awkward there, then practice pushing. Practice this motion of pushing and developing that balance and confidence over your lead foot. Then next, you can try running up to your board. 1, back foot steps, and I jump off of my back foot onto my board. You can get a lot of speed that way too. just running and jumping on your board. Next is throwing down your board. Step off of our back foot, throw down your board. Once you start getting confidence, if I'm a regular footer, it's always my right leg that I'm jumping off of. Step, step, step. It's always my back leg that I'm jumping off of, okay? It's always going to be your back leg. So once you get confident in throwing your board down like that, slowly start walking. 1, 2, switch. So back foot. It's funny practicing this switch because I got to turn my brain around. But I think of it as not like my right foot or my left foot. I just think of it as like my back foot or front foot. 1, 2, 3. Back foot. See? 1, 2, 3. Back foot. And I jump. Regular footed. 1, 2, 3. My back foot plants and I jump. Then, of course, you just start running. See? So you do a little sprint, a little jog. 1, 2, 3. What I notice is the faster I go, kind of naturally, the lower I get. That way I'm not so upright and just like dropping my board from such a high like elevation. I can kind of get a little lower. Boom. The more you can kind of like drag your tail, I feel like is a little better. I can kind of drag my tail and start letting my board roll just like that. That way I don't drop it so much and it bounces and gets crazy, because the faster you go, I need to know my board's going to be there when I throw it down. So you start picking up speed. Let's see if I can do that switch. I'm just going to go lead foot, back foot, and jump on. Holding the board with my lead hand, I'm going to go lead foot, back foot, and jump on. And this is actually really good practice for me doing this switch because, you know, I don't throw down switch very often. It's hard to come up to these quarter pipe switch for me because I don't practice throwing down switch. Lead foot, back foot, jump on the board. Okay? I hope that was helpful. So once again, start in the grass. Drill 1. Work on your balance and pushing. Start in the grass. Get this form. Take it to the concrete, to the driveway. Drill 2. Start in the grass. Back foot, jumping on your board. Always off of the back foot. Jump on your board. Start in the grass slow, take it to the driveway, and start going faster. You can even like run further. And then drill 3 is dropping your board down. Back foot, drop the board down. Start in the grass, stationary, then start very slow and predictable. Then build up your speed. Walking, 1, 2, 3. And then you can run. 1, 2. I hope that's helpful. Let me know. I'm not a skate coach. I'm not posting videos to be like an instructional tutorial channel. But if you guys have any thoughts or questions or just want to continue the conversation, I love talking skateboarding. Yeah, and any advice I could give, I'm happy to give. So cool. Let's get a session in.